Welcome back, guys. Thank you again for stopping by. I'm here to show you about these REK HXPs. First look, first impressions, my thoughts. It's gonna be awesome. Let's jump right in. So I am a field staff member for REK, so this review might seem a little biased to most people, but the reason I am is because they work. They work exceptionally well. I will be doing a side-by-side comparison to the two other models that I have with me, which is going to be the XP, another expandable, a little bit smaller than the HXP, and the FXD, which is a complete fixed blade single bevel. First impressions, haven't opened these up, haven't checked these out, figured I'll do it with you guys. Oh man, these are going to be devastating. You can see sleek, lots of venting on the blades, razor sharp like as always from REK, extremely chiseled tip on there for them hard quartering away, and unfortunately the bone impacted shots. These are gonna be awesome. So let's hop in and talk about the HXP while I have it down here. So these are gonna be, they have 4 blades out now. Or 4 broadheads, say that, out now. The FX4, which is going to be a single bevel, basically, like the FXD model, with 2 little bleeder blades on the side. I personally don't have those. I've shot a lot of broadheads like that before, and I wanted to try something different when I got into REK, and I ordered their FXD, which is going to be a single bevel. Use that for my elk hunt. I'll post a picture up here of that bull. Got them last year in Colorado. 2 years trying, finally got it done. Awesome. Used a FXD also that year, last year. Shot this bear in Idaho. Awesome as well. These blades look devastating, and these are going to be 2.25, so a little bit bigger. Same design as the XP, just bigger blades. And of course, with this ferrule, you kind of buy once and you're very, very versatile options on what you can do with them. Laser engraved on the side, which is awesome. It's going to be 100 grain is what I shoot. I believe it's perfectly fine. I'll run a heavier arrow, so with the hit collar right on the front. Grain broadhead, 492 Easton axis, AAE max 4 vein, sight helical on the back end, dipped with the hit system and stainless collar on the front. Let's start with these guys on here. Oh, sorry guys, I'm a little excited. And with the collar system, you still do not have to worry about those blades impacting that collar. You can see, perfect. And I mean, that's just going to be devastating this year. I can already tell. So a little bit about this broadhead. Let's break it down. So you have a 39th inch blades, stainless steel. So very durable, very, very thick. Not gonna have to worry about those bending, coming out of place. Stainless steel, chiseled tip as well. And 7075 T6 aluminum on the ferrule. So very durable, very dense. 3.8 pounds of pressure to deploy that slap cut mechanism, which like I said earlier, you get these 2 little points up at the top, and I'll do close-ups on all this. Goes into the hide, deploys, breaks those, slides. But let's say you're entering, you have bone in certain areas, or you're going around a rib. They have individual blade pivots. So these blades actually aren't connected. As it goes in, it can work around bone, no problem, right? But they're actually not connected, so they can do their own pivot. So say you're going in, you're going across a rib. Oop, I cut myself. Going across a rib, goes down, and as it goes, it pushes back. It will open itself up, which is pretty freaking awesome. Just like how Sever did as well. Big point on those. And then when exiting, these things will slide forward. They're not sharpened on the backside, and it will get stuck and keep from going out, and then you'll get more hemorrhaging in there, more damage as it moves, goes across, very sharp points. Lots of real estate on those blades. These do shoot 450 feet per second, or up to 450 feet, so these are crossbow compatible, just like with the XPs. You don't have to worry about that, you crossbow guys out there, at all, about it deploying early before it gets to target. Field point accuracy on all their broadheads, which is absolutely true. Got mine. I even have a buddy who got an FX4, and the day he got it, he read the field point accuracy, stepped out to 70, launched a bomb, hit right where his field point was. I did a similar thing with the XPs and the FXDs, walked out to 55, about the average elk distance, and launched it, split some veins, cut them right off. So on a field point I already had downrange. So these are made in Michigan, these are made USA, which is absolutely amazing, to be US designed, US fabricated, and made right here in my home state of Michigan, which is absolutely even better. On all these packs, you will find a QR code right here in the back, so go ahead and hop on that. It'll help you install these blades or swap blades, or maybe you're having some trouble getting these springs on. Very easy, but there's a couple little tricks that I can actually tell you guys. So when you are swapping blades, unscrew this chiseled tip right here. You'll unscrew that right out. You'll have these little aluminum collars. I'll show you guys a close-up on those. You're going to slide that down, and before you do, give it a little squeeze on each end, and what you'll have those do is you'll have those fingers kind of point down a little bit, and they're going to be L's like this. You want to take that little latch and put it in these little square holes right here. I'll do a close-up on that as well. And what you'll do is you'll slide that on, you'll put this point back on, you'll slide these blades up, for the most part right there at the bottom of that, beginning of that ferrule, right below the threads. You'll push it right in, you'll twist it, push it right in, and it should lock right into place, which is freaking awesome. And then you'll just slide those right back down. So I should be able to do it right here on camera. Boom, boom, good to go. Squeeze it, locked in, ready to go. Took me just a second. So let's say you're in the field, you're back at camp, you want to go back to fixed blade, you want to do a smaller one, you want to go up to the HXPs, you have a replacement blade kit, very inexpensive. Once you buy this 3-blade housing, you just pick those up easily right at camp or in your truck or anywhere on the go. Be able to unscrew that, throw the new blades in there, screw it back on, get them ready to go, and you don't have to tune them. Comparing these to the other two that I mentioned earlier that I have shot, the FXD and the XPs, I am very eager to try these out and see what they actually bring to the table. The XPs leave a nasty wound channel. I'll post that picture up of this axis deer I shot earlier this year. 1.8 inch cut, mega hole, great, size of your hand. I could fit my whole hand through it when I was skinning them out. And these are actually going to be bigger. Massive blood loss, massive hemorrhaging with that broadhead, so I'm very eager to see what this one brings. So if you like running a fixed blade for them 30 and closer shots, because you're not given every opportunity the best for shooting lanes, you got to take what you get, whether heavy quartering to, heavy quartering away, and you just you're afraid you're going to catch shoulder, understandable. Or maybe you have to shoot from up above down, so you shoot the fixed blade. Totally understandable. I mean, the 30 and closer shots, you only get what you get. You're not in open country. I run a 6-piece quiver, so 6 arrows in there. 3 of them will have mechanicals on there, and 3 of them will have fixed blade. Just so I don't have to worry about when that season starts, me always having to hop into the gear room and swap things out and make adjustments and do all of that. I keep 3 and 3 on me. 3 fixed blades, 3 mechanicals. Last year I ran 3 FXDs, great. Last year I ran 3 FXDs, which were great, and 3 XPs, which is a 1.8. This year I'm going to run 3 FXDs as well, and 3 of these HXPs, and really going to see what they can do. Anything over 50 yards, I tend to shoot mechanicals. There is a lot of things that can go wrong with an animal moving, taking a step, things that you can't really process because it takes just a few seconds for your brain and your hands to realize what is happening, register what's happening downfield. So with that being said, 50 yards and closer, fixed blade, 50 yards and farther, mechanical, because if you put a bad shot on an animal, you're going to want to be using a mechanical. Bigger cut, it can slice up the gut region, the liver region, a little bit better than a fixed blade. That being said, because the blades are bigger, there's more real estate. Now, I am a firm believer of cut on contact. I've always shot fixed blades. I've messed around with mechanicals a few times, and I've always had the worst luck. Other brands, of course, and the worst luck. So I went back to fixed blade, tried and true, killed many animals with them over the years. And last year, I got into the REK brand, started with the fixed blades. We're very, very, very hesitant on jumping into the mechanicals just because of my past experiences from my past hunts. Shot my first animal with their XP mechanical and never looked back because it did exactly what I always dreamed a mechanical would do. Now, going out past 50 yards, let's see, or say 40 yards and under fixed blade and 40 and out, you get a lot of wind variance, animals movement, animals turning. You want to be able to have all of the favors in your hand about how fast that animal dies. So using a mechanical, if it's a little forward, you'll hit some main arteries. If it's a little back, you'll do a lot more damage in the guts. And I promise you, I hope you never have to have this test, but if you gut shot an animal with a smaller diameter fixed blade, your recovery on that animal will be a lot longer than a mechanical, bigger, wider cut in the same area. A lot of people, pro shooters, people with years of experience in the archery world will tell you the same exact thing, and things happen. Pick these up for about $9 to $10. It's going to be a pack of 9 retention lock springs, and this is going to just keep this in your bow bag, keep this in your field tool bag. Just because things happen, you can pull on these blades. If something happens where you pull on the back side of this blade and it breaks that spring, that is something that I've seen happen in the field personally with me. These are going to be the XP replacement blades. Comes with 6 blades in there, 9 locks, 3 pins. So again, you're going to get the same amount of locks that you get with this, and it's going to come with 3 pins. It's going to go in that ferrule that slides up and down that holds your blades in place. There's awesome, and then 6 blades, enough to do 3 for your quiver, which is great. And let's do some comparisons. So, XPs, let's grab a new one, XP, and the FXD. Boom, boom. And I have an XP from earlier this year that is just still covered in blood. I need to clean. FXD, single bevel, chisel tip, aluminum ferrule. XP, aluminum ferrule, stainless steel tip, stainless steel blade, same thickness.